What is going on, everybody? KJ Wiggums back with another episode on Bucks County. How is everybody doing today? As you can see, we are getting our crates loaded up, and that can only mean one thing, and yes, it is true. It is time for harvest season. Our oats are all ready to go, but before we do that, I do have to get these pallets all loaded up so we can get them over to the field, and then we can go ahead and get the harvester and the 4840 on out there. I do have them both in the shop right now. This isn't coming off. I do have them both in the shop right now getting looked at, so they should all be ready. There we go. Perfect. Now we'll just back this back in here. But yeah, they should all be ready to go, and yeah, we'll be able to get out there and start getting some stuff done. I'm super excited about that. It's been a long time. It's been a long year. A lot of changes on the farm and stuff like that. So finally getting us to a point to where we're able to get in here and harvest this crop and get it all taken care of. Start getting some oats. You know, we fell through with the amount of oats that we needed. I thought that 6,000 was going to be enough. Clearly that did not get us through the entire year. I'm hoping now with the mix between, I'm thinking we'll do a box of oats and then a thing of clover. And we'll just go back and forth between those like that throughout this year and see how well that works. Possibly, maybe we should put in a silo for oats. I think that might be a little much. I mean, we don't have that many horses and to store that many oats. I don't think we're going to have to, but you know, it is a possibility. It is something that we can look at doing. I'm not opposed to it, but I don't know money-wise where we're going to get the money, and trying to figure out exactly where I'm going to be, where I would put one. We still got a little bit of stuff that we have to do for the potatoes to get the washer and the sorter in. So, you know, with running out of room and stuff like that, you know, I got to figure all of that out and how I want to do that. So, I think we'll park this up just here. I think this will be a good point. We're going to start over there, of course, and then we'll come all the way down and around. But let me go grab the 4840 and the harvester, and then we will jump into it. Alrighty, back here up at the farm, we have the 4840 sitting here. Like I said, looking over, just checking everything out, making sure everything was dealt with, all the grease fittings and everything like that were done. Nothing was broke, everything's hooked up, and overall it looks like we are good to go with this. What is this, our second year using this harvester, right? Yeah, our second year, so I'm kind of excited about that, see how that's going to turn out and everything. Yeah, it's been a rough year for sure, with the expansions and stuff like that. So really excited to finally be out here working and getting our crop dealt with. You can see just a little tight around some areas. Let me go ahead and lower this down. Little tight around some areas. Have to work on that over the year, this upcoming year, to rip the ground up, get some grass planted and stuff like that. That way we're not doing too much damage to the crop throughout the year. Let me actually shut that door. But overall, I think it's working out pretty well. Filling up nice. I'm not sure what our yield's going to be with the way we did this. The way we split the two fields into partial oats and partial potatoes. I'm trying to get the most use out of it that I can. I really don't know. I don't know if we took too big of a gamble here and we're going to potentially lose out on the amount of oats that we need. If we're going to have to buy them in, we're going to have to buy them in. At least I'll know for next year, and that will determine what our overall plan will be for a silo. If we're going to need to do that or not. And, you know, overall, I honestly think that it might be the best bet to do a silo and just go from there. It'll give us a place that we can store everything. And wheat is oats are the only thing that we do grow on the farm at this point. We're not doing any other cereal crops. We don't do any crops for profit. Everything right now that we're growing is for the farm, except for the potatoes, and that is the new gamble. If this works out and the potatoes end up making us some money, you know, it's not just going to be a livestock farm. You know, we're going to implement some cash crops into the future. So, and I'm hoping to do that with the potatoes. I'm hoping that is something that is going to bring us in a very large profit and is going to help the farm grow overall. And I'm excited to see where that'll take the farm here. And, you know, as always, I'm really glad that you guys are coming along. I'm glad you guys are still enjoying the series. I'm playing this map like I've never played any other map, with starting with the challenge of, you know, starting with only the $500 and having to build the house and having to have a truck and not being able to use your tractors and stuff like that to run all over the town to do what you need, not being able to tab through the vehicles and things like that. Like, those little challenges, they do change the entire game play for you, and overall I think it's been worth it. It's been a lot of fun. We're pushing, what, 46, 47 episodes, so this is definitely my longest played map, which is awesome in and of itself for me. I really enjoy this map. I really enjoy this type of gameplay, so I want to continue to see that go forward, and I definitely want you guys to be here along for that journey. So let me go ahead, let me get a couple more passes done around here, and then we can jump back in. Alrighty, so here we are coming up on pretty much our last go around. It's not going to be a whole nother width once we get all of this picked up. It's going to be some pretty narrow spots. So you see we ended off here, just got back around after unloading for our second time, and now we have 2 crates filled total. I messed up the one. We should have 3, but I accidentally put it into one of the empty crates, so we have 2 full ones and 2 half full. Off of this field, I definitely think we're going to get at least 1 more full harvester, and then we'll be able to unload them into there. I'm thinking with the way the weather is looking for tomorrow, I'm not going to do the other oat field today. We're pushing a little after 1 o'clock, and I think it would be best if I came through here and got all this straw baled up and put away. They are calling for a little bit of rain overnight, and I really don't want to lose any of the straw, so I think that's going to be our best plan, and it's going to, you know, give us enough time in the year. We still have tomorrow that we can do the other field of oats, and then that will give us 3 days to take care of the 3 or 4 days to take care of the potatoes, and I really don't think the potatoes are going to be a long process. Probably another 2-day process, coming through, topping them, getting everything ripped out of the ground, and then coming through and picking them up. Storage-wise, we are going to put them up there at the Red Barn still. The little bay shed we have up there is going to be the best place for them. And then, I don't know, I think overall, I think I'm just going to put in a new shed, and I'm going to use that, the big red bay shed as our potato storage facility and stuff like that. I'm hoping to take care of that stuff probably off camera and should be up in the next video or two. And just going from there to see what is going to be the best fit when it comes to the potato washer and stuff. Luckily, we do have a little bit of extra income coming in with the windmill and the horses, so we are back up there. We're up at $32,000 right now, which is really nice. It definitely freed up some money for when we need to come in and buy the washer and sorter for the potatoes. So that will be coming very soon and take us back down in the money again. At this point, I think we'd probably be sitting at right around $3,000 for the remainder of the year for that, besides what we make off the horses. We're still making a profit overall on the farm, but every day that profit gets a little bit smaller, especially as the equipment gets older and requires more and more work. So we will see exactly what happens with all of that, but let me get the rest of this field picked up. It doesn't look like we're going to get another full load out of here, but maybe in a couple spots we'll get some heavier yield. So let me get the rest of this done, and then I will bring you guys back in. Alrighty, that is the rest of the field done. We are getting one of those half crates. I don't think we're going to get it completely full. Oh, yeah, we did. Nice. Let me see if I can hit that other... I can get the other crate while we're here. There we go. Drop the last 129 liters in there. Let's close that pipe up. Let's get this folded back in. There we go. Perfect. So what we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to store the oats overnight. Probably just in the shed. I'm going to leave them on the trailer. It's just going to be easier. Get the mower, or get the baler out and get some of this baled up. Probably should be able to get it all baled up today and off the field. It is only 2:30. But I am going to have to take the forks and everything off of the 4010. I don't think I'm going to unhook the trailer from the 4020. I think it'll just be easier to unhook the 4010 and get that down here with the baler on it and get all this stuff baled up and out of the way. Actually, I probably could just leave the forks on because of having to move the bales then. Yeah, that actually might be a better idea. I'm going to take the 4840 over here, just park it off to the side, ready for tomorrow. And I don't think the baler needs anything, so we should be able to pretty much just jump right into baling. Let's go ahead, we'll get this parked up here. Perfect. Yeah, so oats-wise, we're definitely going to get enough oats for the horses. I might even run down and grab 2 more boxes. I might even go out and grab 2 more boxes and use that so we could try to get some more oats instead of doing the mixture of both, but still being able to have the alfalfa, or I'm sorry, the clover as a potential food source is definitely an option. So we'll have to see. But let me jump in. Let me get the baler and all that stuff hooked up, and then we will go from there. Alrighty, so we got the baler hooked up. We are out here. I'm definitely going to have to do some work on the 4010 this year. As you can see, just by the maintenance, that it is looking a little rough, just to say. So, I don't know how many straw bales we're going to get out of here. I'm hoping a decent amount off of the two fields. I think for me, that's the biggest thing I have to remember. It seems like it was such a small yield off of this field, but you know, we do have our oats split between two fields this year. And, you know, that's going to change come next year as well. I have some ideas that I want to do, and I think I'm going to run by those come the fall time once we get all these fields turned over, just to make some changes and help with the crop rotation and stuff like that. I'm not sure how well or how smart it was to do the fields like this, um, but, you know, I wanted to try something different. I wanted to try something new, and it really worked out for us. So far, it really worked out for us. We'll see exactly what happens come the end of the year when we're sitting on the rest of our potatoes and a grand total for our oats for the year. Hopefully, this year we are able to get the whole way through until next harvest. We were unable to do that this past year, so we'll just have to wait and see. Uh, it's looking like bale wise, probably five, five total bales off of this field, which will probably give us about five off of the other. So we're probably looking at 10 new straw bales this year, give or take one or two, I would think. So really, overall, I think this is all we have left to do today. We're not going to be able to get into that other field. It just doesn't make sense to jump over there and not get it finished. We do have all day tomorrow. We do still have 2 days um, that we can use before we have to start getting the potatoes out of the ground. Uh, Overall, I'd like to be getting those potatoes ripped out before late autumn. Once we get into late autumn, we're really starting to gamble. So if I can at least get everything taken care of throughout mid-autumn, at least getting them all topped or something like that. I don't know that I really want to make sure that I'm getting that taken care of. I don't want to wait too long and end up losing the potatoes because they are supposed to be a big money crop for us this year. And man, I was looking at the prices earlier, and they're sitting up there at about $420 dollars per thousand. This time of year, I'm not sure the best time of year to sell them. But I think overall, what I'm going to do is my winter work is going to be getting all those potatoes washed and sorted and taken care of for the next year. And I think that's going to be the best way to get them taken care of. It takes a good while to get the potatoes washed and sorted, and I think the best time to do that is going to be the winter time. Um, get that taken care of, and then figure out when the best price for potatoes will be, and we can go from there, selling the next year. And I think that'll help us build up everything and get a better foundation for when it comes time to selling. So we are coming up to our last swath of straw. I'm definitely going to make it at least one more full bale. I don't think I'll get two out of this, but what I am going to do is, because we are going to be making more straw tomorrow, I am going to completely fill this up and pick up what is left over here as well. If we don't have enough on the next field tomorrow to make a complete bale towards the end, I'll just let it on the ground and I'll just cultivate it in. It doesn't make sense to put just a little bit in here and it end up going to waste anyway. So I think with this coming to an end on this field, I got to go make sure I get the other trailer and the 40/20 put away. Just in case it does rain tonight, we're not getting any rain mixed in with the oats or anything like that. That is another big thing. We have to get these bales off the field still because I want to make sure they don't get wet and I lose out on them throughout the year. And then the other thing we're going to have to do is, yeah, we're going to have to get the bales out. That way we can get those. So we got room for the potatoes. Close back up. There we go. So what I'm going to do is do that. And then, ooh, harvest time is such a busy time of the year. There's so many moving parts, so many things I have to make sure that I do and get done. Just in to be on the safe side. So let's lift the back of that up. I'm going to go around the shrubs here. I'm going to go pick up that last little swath. There's no point of leaving it all the way over here and then coming back this far when I'm going to be able to just head over to the machine shop once I am done on the far side of this field. So get these put up. The horses, as you guys saw at the beginning of this video, they were taken care of nice and early this morning. Let us grab this little bit here. Perfect. Lift that back up. Let's back up here. What's that bale going to do? Alright, let that bale there. Let us get this around here. Oh, man. Oh, man. You know what? This is going to have to be an outside cab kind of plan. So let's just go around the bale this way. So a hard turn. There we go. Putting that back down. Just nudge the bale up a little bit. Perfect. Then we'll jump back in cab and then finish off the rest of this. Coming up on 6 o'clock. Still gonna get the bales off. I could potentially take the bales off first thing in the morning. Or I could just do it overnight. I don't know if I'm gonna have. Oh man, I got to get these bales under cover because if that rain does come, I have the potential to lose all of these bales. So it looks like it's going to be another late night. Let me finish getting the rest of this done, and then we will jump back in when dealing with the rest of these bales. Alrighty, coming up to 7:30 at night, and we are now just getting the bales picked up. It's probably going to be about 9 o'clock by the time I get all these picked up and taken over. I thought about just throwing them over the fence here, but I don't want any of them to bust open. That's going to cause more problems than I need to deal with, so I think it's just going to be best I'll just grab them and run them around the field. It's not that far, and I really think it'll only take a little extra time. compared to throwing them over, risking busting one open, or, you know, the fact that I'm going to have to then spike them all twice. I think this is just going to be the easiest way to do it. So I am going to get all of this taken care of. I'm going to put them over to a different side. That way we know what we have from last year and what we have from this year. But with that, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate you guys for watching. I can't wait to catch up with you guys down in the comments section. And I will see you guys next time. As always, happy farming.